Angeline Ong, and welcome to IGTV and your special look ahead to Friday, the 19th of January. Now, we start in Japan, where we have core CPI numbers, expectations there for December, 2.3%. Germany also releases producer price data. This is the PPI consensus there, negative 0.5% month on month for December. Just looking at the euro versus the US dollar there, this cross very much driven but by what's happening on the central bank front. And as you can see there, creeping ever so slightly higher in that band there, trying to find a floor. Perhaps if it goes any further than 10,852, the next resistance point will be 10,749. However, things have changed in the last week because the ECB, according to its president, Christine Lagarde, told Bloomberg that whilst the central bank is on track to get its inflation back to its 2% target, but victory has not yet been won. Lagarde went on to say, this is in Davos, that it would be in late spring when the ECB gets data from this year's collective wage agreements, which could then give it a pretty good idea of where household incomes stand and are going, and therefore where inflation is headed. Of course, the Fed is being eyed as well, and we've had quite a lot of strong data recently out of the US economy, which suggests that the Fed is under less pressure to cut rates anytime soon. Now, from the UK, we have retail sales figures after quite a big week in terms of companies, all the way from grocers to also the electronic retailers like Currys, updating investors on their Christmas trading. Retail sales, however, as a whole for the UK, expectations there negative 0.5% month on month for December. To the US, speaking of the Fed, we've got Michigan. This is the Michigan consumer sentiment and existing home sales data, along with the Baker Hughes oil rig count as well. Just showing you the Dow Jones Industrials, known as Wall Street on the IG platform. And this index really has been confounding investors as it continues, at least in the last few sessions of this year, continues to trade in that very tight channel, trying to break through. As you can see here, it's tried quite a few times to get past 37.725 or thereabouts, and there's been quite a bit of momentum as it continues to slowly edge further back. When you see this signal, inverse polarity, these signals often paint a picture of strong volumes and investors coming back in and buying once again after their positions have exited. So it is quite a strong signal for Wall Street, or rather the index that mirrors the Dow Jones Industrials. Keep an eye on that one, and do pay attention if it starts edging closer to that resistance point, because if it breaks through, then we could see it creep towards its next resistance point, which is around the 38,460 mark. In terms of results, we're looking out for Deliveroo, out with fourth quarter trading. Deliveroo, just taking a look at its chart here, has been quite interesting because, like its rivals in the last few sessions, it was weighed on when there was a report from Exane Paribas, I believe. Yes, that's right. BNP Paribas Exane saying that food delivery firms like HelloFresh, like Delivery Hero, and Just Eat, these companies fell after BNP Paribas Exane said it would steer clear of the sector. Whilst the broker cut Just Eat to underperform from neutral, citing risks to the consensus, they upgraded Deliveroo to neutral from underperform. And that's a look at the UK. In terms of the US, we have SLB out with fourth quarter earnings. And that's it for now. For more market moving news, do check in at 13:30 London time, where I have beat the street to give you a heads up to the US trading day. And Jeremy Naylor will be doing the same at 7:30 on early morning call ahead of the European trading session. Follow me on Twitter at Angeline Ong and at IGCom. This is IGTV.